The pro would be fantastic preservation. So at this point we can take a look at the individual hairs on the feet of some of these wasps that are 2 millimeters long. It's something you just don't see elsewhere in the fossil record. One of the really encouraging things about Saskatchewan is that you've got a fairly continuous record through the late Cretaceous and across the Cretaceous-Tertiary boundary, or the end Cretaceous mass extinction. So it's possible to actually sit down and take a look at one place on Earth with a fairly similar set of plants through time and see what's going on with some of these insect groups. A lot of work goes into preparing these samples to actually look for insect inclusions, and realistically you can only see about 3 millimeters into the piece of amber when it's like this. So there's a lot going on in the core that we just can't see. So it's no small trick looking for these insects, and most of the stuff that I'm interested in is 2 millimeters or less in total body length. So it's a hard search, but really rewarding at the same time. No, the hope for genetic information is pretty much dead. The best hope for this material is taking a look at the insects that are preserved and then comparing them to their modern counterparts and figuring out what they tell us about ecology in some of these ecosystems. So the nice part about Cretaceous age amber is that a lot of it is around the same time that insects sort of came into their own, the modern groups of insects. So if you think about the big four nowadays, things like flies, beetles, moths, true bugs, things like that. Basically the top 4 or 5 groups that most people think of when they think of insects, because they're the most diverse and also the most abundant, really came into their own right in the Cretaceous. So we sort of inherited the insect fauna that was around at the same time as the dinosaurs, and allows us to draw parallels from modern insect faunas all the way back to the Cretaceous. So it provides sort of a snapshot, or a series of snapshots through time, and it's one of the few places where you get this sort of fantastic preservation. It catches a whole range of different groups, organisms that wouldn't normally be preserved,